Cleopatra, her name has echoed for over 2,000 years as the ultimate symbol of power and seduction. But here's a secret. It wasn't just her looks that drove emperors to madness. It was something far deeper. Today, I'm going to open the black box of feminine magnetism, show you how neuroscience explains the fascination she inspired, and, more importantly, reveal how you can apply those very same secrets in your own love life. Get ready, because what you're about to discover could forever change the way men see you. Cleopatra wasn't remembered just for her looks, but for the invisible impact she left on everyone she encountered. History books describe her beauty, yes, but they talk even more about her intelligence, her education, and her confidence. And that's the real point. Because beauty might catch someone's eye, but aura, the energy you project, is what truly captivates. In neuroscience, this is known as the halo effect. When someone shows intelligence and confidence, our brain automatically assigns them other positive traits. If she's confident, she must be capable. If she's educated, she must be interesting. If she's authentic, she must be trustworthy. This happens unconsciously, which means you can use it to your advantage without even saying a word. Cleopatra spoke several languages, mastered philosophy and politics, and debated as an equal with Roman emperors. Imagine the impact of that. Powerful men, used to being flattered and obeyed, suddenly facing a woman who wouldn't bow down, who challenged their minds, who treated them as equals. That's magnetic. Think about today. You've probably seen that friend who walks into a room and isn't the most conventionally attractive person there, yet everyone notices her. It's the way she carries herself, the way she speaks, the confidence in her posture. That kind of magnetism goes far beyond physical appearance. It's the mix of intelligence, presence, and self-assurance. The lesson Cleopatra leaves us here is clear. Beauty might spark interest, but intelligence is what holds it. That's why women who invest in themselves, who know how to hold a conversation, who have strong opinions, never go unnoticed. And if you think that's powerful, wait until you see how she used not just what she knew. When Cleopatra walked into a room, it wasn't just an entrance, it was an event. Her upright posture, steady gaze, and calculated silence made every head turn. It wasn't just about luxurious outfits, though she knew how to use those too. It was about presence. Psychologists call this selective attention. Our brains are wired to focus on what stands out, and presence is exactly that, standing out without trying too hard. The way you move slowly instead of rushing, the way you hold eye contact for a beat longer, or the pause you take before answering. These small details demand attention. Think about it. How many times have you seen someone walk into a space and everyone notices them, even if they don't say a word? It's not because they shouted or tried to dominate the room. It's because their body spoke before their mouth did. That's the power of presence. Cleopatra mastered this art. She knew that talking too much could kill the mystery. So she leaned on slow gestures, enigmatic smiles, and even silence as a weapon. Silence builds anticipation, and anticipation creates desire. You can use this today. Next time you're in a conversation, don't rush to fill every gap. Let there be a pause. Hold someone's eyes before you speak. Sit with calm confidence. You'll notice people leaning in, eager to hear you, drawn into your orbit as if by an invisible pull. And if presence was already this powerful, imagine how much stronger her magic became when she started conquering not just through appearance, but through the mind. Cleopatra had a secret weapon that few people truly understand even today. She conquered through the mind first. She never rushed to impress with her looks alone. Instead, she listened. She asked the right questions, she let the other person talk, and only then revealed her intelligence. In neuroscience, this connects to the release of social dopamine. When someone feels genuinely heard and understood, the brain lights up with the same circuits of pleasure we experience when receiving a reward. In other words, being deeply listened to is addictive. Historians say Cleopatra studied men before she ever approached them. She knew their interests, their fears, their ambitions. So when they finally met, she already held the key to their minds. Imagine the effect on Julius Caesar or Mark Antony, men who ruled empires, who were feared and obeyed, suddenly disarmed by a woman who made them feel understood like never before. In modern life, the same thing happens. Picture a woman on a first date who doesn't just talk endlessly about herself. Instead, she draws him out with questions, responds with genuine interest, and lights up when he shares a personal story. That moment of connection can outshine any outfit or makeup. That's the kind of seduction Cleopatra mastered. She won their minds before anything else. And if winning someone's mind is this powerful, wait until you see how she made herself even more irresistible by mastering the psychology of rarity. Cleopatra understood the power of scarcity. She was never available all the time, never gave herself away too easily. Being with her felt rare, almost precious, and that's exactly what made her unforgettable. Psychologists call this the scarcity effect. The rarer something is, the more the brain values it. Think about it. A diamond isn't desired because it's useful, it's desired because it's rare. Cleopatra embodied that principle, creating mystery by carefully balancing closeness and distance. In today's world, that doesn't mean playing games or being cold for no reason. It means having clear boundaries. It means saying no when you need to. It means not dropping your entire life to fit someone else's schedule. When a man realizes you have your own goals, your own priorities, and that your world doesn't revolve around him, something powerful happens. He feels the need to earn his place in your life. And here's the truth. Men rarely respect what comes too easily. They desire what they have to work for. Cleopatra mastered this dynamic, making every moment with her feel like a privilege. But for that kind of scarcity to truly work, there's another layer of power that she controlled better than anyone else: her emotions. Imagine leading a kingdom through wars, betrayals, and political crises, yet never losing your composure in public. That was Cleopatra's power. She didn't let her emotions run the show, at least not where others could see. Psychologists call this emotional self-regulation. People who can stay calm under pressure instantly project strength and reliability. And nothing is more attractive than someone who radiates control when everything around them feels chaotic. When a man sees that you don't explode at the slightest thing, that you don't react impulsively, he automatically views you as rare, mature, and trustworthy. Think about a modern relationship. A couple argues. Most people raise their voices, throw accusations, or say things they regret. But the woman who takes a breath, steadies her tone, and speaks with calm clarity, she changes the entire atmosphere. That's not weakness, it's power. Cleopatra knew emotions are like waves. If you ride them, you stay in control. If you let them drag you under, you drown. And her calmness made men feel safe, even in the middle of turmoil. But she didn't stop at emotional control. She also knew how to turn ordinary moments into unforgettable experiences, and that's where her magic became even harder to resist. Cleopatra never settled for ordinary encounters. She turned them into unforgettable experiences. Banquets overflowing with exotic foods, rare perfumes that lingered in the air, grand entrances on golden ships. She understood that emotion creates memory. Neuroscience confirms this. The stronger the emotion, the more deeply the memory imprints in the brain. That's why the moments that make us laugh uncontrollably, cry unexpectedly, or feel awe stay with us for years. Cleopatra used this to her advantage. She didn't just spend time with powerful men. She made sure every interaction with her felt unforgettable. Now, you don't need palaces or treasure ships to apply this today. It's about being intentional. Cooking his favorite meal in a way he didn't expect. Planning a date that breaks the routine. Sending a voice note instead of a text when he least expects it. These little touches take something simple and turn it into something memorable. Men remember the women who made them feel. Not the ones who were just there, but the ones who added color, scent, energy to the moment. Cleopatra's real magic wasn't in things. It was in creating emotions that stuck like glue. And once you know how to leave memories that strong, the next step is learning to read what's unspoken, to see beyond the surface, just like she did with her piercing, strategic gaze. Cleopatra had the eyes of a strategist. She didn't just listen to words, she read people. Their posture, their breathing, the way their eyes moved. This gave her a kind of power that felt almost supernatural. The ability to anticipate what others would do before they even did it. Science backs this up. Around 93% of communication is nonverbal. That means body language, microexpressions, tone, and rhythm of speech reveal far more than words ever could. Cleopatra mastered this hidden language, which made her steps precise and her influence unstoppable. Think about real life. You've probably sensed when someone wasn't telling the full truth, even though their words sounded fine. Or noticed when a man was interested, even if he tried to hide it. These signals are always there if you pay attention. Crossed arms, avoiding eye contact, a smile that flickers for half a second. Each one is a clue. You can train yourself to see these things. Start small. Notice how someone sits when they're comfortable versus when they're guarded. Pay attention to changes in breathing or voice pitch. Over time, you'll feel like you're reading minds. That's exactly how Cleopatra stayed one step ahead. But she didn't just read people, she adapted to them. And that's the next layer of her brilliance. Cleopatra could be a queen commanding armies one moment and a warm, intimate confidant the next. That ability to shift effortlessly made her magnetic. She was a social chameleon, blending into any environment without ever losing her essence. Psychologists call this social flexibility, the skill of adjusting your energy and behavior to fit the moment. People who can do this build instant rapport anywhere. In today's world, this means knowing how to carry yourself with elegance at a formal dinner, but also being lighthearted and playful on a casual night out. It's the woman who can talk business with confidence and then laugh freely over dessert. That range keeps people intrigued because it makes you unpredictable in the best way. Men are especially drawn to women who have this versatility. Why? Because it keeps the relationship alive. You're never one-dimensional. You're full of layers, surprises, and contrasts. Cleopatra embodied this balance, and that's why she was irresistible in every setting. But there's one more truth she never forgot. Her femininity wasn't a weakness. It was her greatest source of power. Cleopatra never tried to hide her femininity to be taken seriously. She turned it into her strongest weapon. Her softness, her empathy, her charm, none of it made her weak. It made her unforgettable. In neuroscience, there's a concept called strategic vulnerability. Showing humanity, without losing your strength, builds trust. That mix of sensitivity and authority creates a magnetic pull. Cleopatra embodied this balance perfectly. Fast forward to today. Many women believe they need to harden themselves to earn respect. But Cleopatra's story shows something different. True power comes from blending strength with softness. It's knowing when to stand firm and when to show tenderness. It's being able to cry when something touches you deeply and still rise with unwavering confidence the next moment. This combination is what keeps people captivated. Men don't fall for perfection. They fall for authenticity, the realness of someone who can be both strong and vulnerable. Cleopatra mastered that art thousands of years ago, and that's why her influence didn't fade with time. Which brings us to the final lesson, the legacy that makes her a timeless reference even after millennia. Centuries have passed. Empires have risen and fallen. Yet Cleopatra's name still echoes across history. Why? Because she wasn't just remembered for her romances. She was remembered for being that rare fusion of intelligence, magnetism, and strategy. She didn't simply seduce, she inspired. She didn't just win attention, she left a mark. That's why her story is still told, while countless other queens and rulers have been forgotten. And here's the takeaway for you. Real power isn't manipulation. Real power is self-knowledge. When you understand your own mind, master your emotions, and embrace your femininity as strength, you become unforgettable too. Your stage might not be ancient Egypt, but every room you walk into can be your kingdom. Your aura, your presence, your intelligence, they can shift the atmosphere around you just as hers once did. So the question is, Are you ready to awaken the Cleopatra within you?